Motiv DVE with another one. This time it's the Lethal Venom, and I'm just going to show you my specs from starting to get go. And this chart right here shows all the different parts of the lane that I'm going to attack, but starting with like the outside and track. But I'm not going to go too outside because this ball is so early. And on the first shot doesn't count, but that kind of went towards like the outside. But I'm just going to show you like all the different zones and those three zones in particular. But I'm throwing the Lethal Venom, and it's well, yeah, I throw 14 pounds. I'm going to start notifying like the RG, the differential, the mass bias, and all that stuff. The numbers. I mean, yeah, I already popped them up for you, but 14 pounds. When I'm throwing this out, is that it comes out box at out of box at 3,000 grid, but the numbers RG's at 2.5, differentials at 0.33, and the mass bias or PSA is at 0.12, meaning that it's going to be an early, more controllable piece, but not too like, it's not going to like flip or anything. It's going to be very smooth. But most of these shots that you're seeing right now is like, edited just to show like the first shot. And so you could just get straight to the point and say how like I'm attacking the lanes, just show you the ball motion. But right now, I'm just throwing it in between like the first and the second zones. But you'll see as I'll progress further left later in this video to see how, much I can hook the lane with the ball. But yeah, I'm bowling on a 43-foot house shot. It's really like cliff though, usually at this place, Miracle Lanes in Pittsburgh. But yeah, but see, I kind of cross my arms right there and all that stuff. Yeah, but balls like where it fits in my bag, it's like it could be like a good benchmark ball, but this ball really is stronger. What I expect, way stronger than advertised. This ball could like go through tons of oil, but the crazy thing about this ball is it shares the same cover stock as the Sub-Zero Forge, but Sub-Zero Forge comes out of 2000 compared to this 3000 with the Lethal Venom, and they call that like the leverage MXC solid for this ball. But see, I'm still taking shots in advance right now. I'm playing in the track right now, and you see how smooth the ball motion is. That's what everybody wants. You don't want nothing like wheeling off the back into the back of the pattern and all that. Look at that. Even like when I misses are good, except for this shot right there, which is like a crazy split. But yeah, if it's decently right in my bag, because even though I have a Venom shock, I could use this ball primarily like for like sports shots. I mean, I could use it on a house shot, but as you see, me throwing all these shots, how strong it is, early it is, and that's why it's all the way to the left of the chart of it. Well, it's basically stronger than the Venom shock, which is my benchmark ball. That ball is versatile. This ball would be versatile too, but it needs oil. But yeah, this ball looks really good. We're just going to look at all these shots as I'm just going to keep going more and more left per each shot. And hopefully you like the new zoom. Just tell me like if you want me to add some new features, some better, graphics and all that, or should I just keep it, as you see right now. And but yeah, you see how smooth this ball is. It has so much forgiveness and all that. It's hilarious to me. Like I could just miss, but then again, it's a house shot. There's a lot of forgiveness on a house shot. Sports shot looks really good. Hopefully, I could get like, some bowling some sports shots and get some footage to show you how more trickier it is than this, because everything's always going to look good on a house shot. But this is just for like demonstrate. But look at this crazy pin action. That's wild. Pins are very bouncy out this house, but the main house shot that I was bowling on is subbing in for Mondays here. Like it's way more cliff and it's oil on the outside, even though that's not supposed to be permitted for USB-C regulation. It's supposed to be like friction on typical house shot. But I mean, you could do anything nowadays. It's starting to like bowling on a challenge shot. But yeah, we're just still moving left, and we're just like, look at this shot. Wow. Totally missed my mark on that one. But it's good to just leave all, the shots that I'm not going to always strike. I'm going to show you all what I'm trying to do. That was a beautiful shot right there. Yep, just to keep it like legit, and pure. So you can get a good insight. Maybe it might, influence you to buy this ball, but I would recommend it. I mean, it's been a fun piece, but like I said, this is going to be my sports shot only ball. House shot, I got to get left or backup throw more speed because how early it is. What I mean by early is breaking in the fronts where all the head oil's at, like the first 15, 20 feet of the lane. And you see right there as I go left, and it's just early. And when it breaks early, it loses all of its energy down lane as opposed to something that was like cleaner or shinier would go further down, then it would make a reaction. So the earlier the ball is, or especially a dull surface like 3000 grit or lower than that, it's going to pick up, it's going to go through that oil. It wants to go into a roll as soon as it hits the lane. And then sometimes depends how much axis rotation I have, like I do on this shot. That's the only way that like it will carry down further. But that's going to be like explain. I'll probably come out with another video explain like axis rotation, like how you can manipulate the ball to do whatever you wanted to do and all that stuff, and like how to play, the lanes or what you see and all that. But that'll be in another video. I'll just keep that in mind. But as of now, we're just going to keep watching all these shots, and I'm still progressing left. I'm getting closer to the ball return. Now we're playing like the inside line. The inside line, like you see on that chart at the very beginning. Hopefully you pause that, because I know it's very fast. I could have popped it up again for you, but I'll explain that parameters right now. So the inside line is like playing like further left than from like the friction, like you throw it into the, because all the oil in the house shots in the middle, like the flood. So the further left you go, especially with a ball that's early like this, it's going to like, even though it's a strong cover, it's going to retain more energy before it goes off the back of the pattern. So anytime you're struggling with like high friction centers, well, I tend to bowl on it. And when you're rev dominant, like a nightmare. It's not a match made in heaven. So oil was my best friend. That was a nice release, and look at that shot. Look at that rotation. So when they're like, you can either back up to increase your ball speed, or you just go further left and just find the oil to slow the ball down. Because remember, the ball needs friction in order to hulk. Yeah, and we're just like shooting some more, shots and all. But this ball will be like first out of my bag on harder conditions. Something I need to like control the back ends. And it's a good compliment. Or you could use this ball if you're like on, house shots mainly. This could be a good 1-2 punch, like this ball and the Venom shot, because this will be your first ball, and then your Venom shock will be your transitional ball. But since, like I stated before, Venom shock is my benchmark ball, I'll come out with a ball review with that. I don't see too many ball reviews on Venom shock. That ball is legendary, but I'll try to make it epic when I come out with that review. But I had fun, like, review throwing this. I just threw multiple shots. Hopefully the editing is good for you and all that, and I'm just gonna keep talking over it, and you see all these decent shots, and you see, and this is not as you can see, like it's not the same shot, it's all different shots, and you'll see when I get like further left how much of the lanes I'm hooking and all that, because further you get left, you have to slow down your feet ball speed, because if you throw it normal speed, that thing is going to skid, and it's going to just like hook and you're going 2-8-10, or you're going to split, you're just going to come behind the pocket. But that's why you got to learn how to just practice all these things and all that. As you see, I'm sweating. It's always hot in this place. I wish they invested some AC, but hey, it was just all about getting this ball review. I'm just heavy sweater, but let's see. And there goes the perfect example of that shot right there I was talking about. Like, if you don't get it, like, right ball control, you'll end up with a split just like that last shot was. That one's a nice slow one. So you got to let the ball breathe, right into the pocket. That was a nice smooth shot right there. But yep, now we're further left in front of the ball return, and it's like a 3-step approach though. So I tend to like swing the ball, then just go left, right, left. Cause I'm not usually, I do like usually 5 steps, but yep, that one I got a lot on. And see how and that's a perfect example, like how a ball dies out, lose off its energy, because it's so early it hooked already, and it have enough energy for the back. This one I got more hand on, but it almost came back saying that was another example of hook behind the head pin. But I just showing you all the different like strategies, how you can attack the lanes for review purposes. That one I got inside, but it held, and that's thankfully to the oil and all that. But yeah, I was thinking about putting this ball at 2000, because 3000 makes it kind of like on the angular side, but the cover is like so early and strong. So I could either make it like at 2000, 1000, probably 1500, I mean, but that, I mean, yeah, that'll be an oil eater as well. But yeah, just to smooth it out even more, because you can see like how much back end on that's going off the back end. But then again, that's my hand position and like inside of the ball, getting around it primarily. But when you're further left, like I am right now, you want to get around the ball. I mean, yeah, the perfect shot is like playing the inside of the ball, but that would be for that type of terminology. I'll have to explain that in another video. But I'll come out with another video of the Venom Shock and have like an explanation of all this terminology I'm bringing up, and hopefully that could just come to a better understanding of that terminology, because a lot of people don't understand like the bowling gossip. But that's what this channel's here for. We're here to get better together and all that. But yep, another shot right here. Front of the ball return, a stone nine. That was a nice shot. And you see how sweaty I'm sweating to death. I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears on this review shot. But hopefully you're liking what you see so far. But I was just trying to show you, all the different zones I usually play. Normally, if I'm playing outside, I'm going to use like a cleaner ball, something like really, really weak. That's not going to hook off the back ends. But in order for me to play the outside line, I just need to increase my ball speed. Usually just back up and that solves everything. But yeah, we're just gonna have a few more shots all the way in front of the ball return. Yep. Get it through that oil. Booyah. Oh, that was a nice shot. A few more left. And yep, I like that shot. Will it hold? Yes. Now that was a gorgeous shot. Usually, like when you're in tournaments and stuff, you get this further left when all this just the oil's just all over the place and stuff. But that's the reason. But I thank you for watching this ball review. Just do me a favor and just hit that subscribe button. And I'll just come out with some more content. But I'll make sure I'll come up with that terminology next. And thank you.